Head of State, you have the floor.
Mr. President, it is my singular honor and privilege to introduce the pre-recorded statement by His Excellency Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, to the general debate of the 6th session of the United Nations General Assembly. I thank you.
Your Excellency Abdullah Shahid, President of the 76th session of the General Assembly, Your Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, Majesties, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, ladies and gentlemen, allow me, Your Excellency, to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you on your election as the President of the 76th session of the General Assembly. We are confident that your vast experience will help advance the implementation of the global agenda during this session. I also pay tribute to the outgoing President, Mr. Volker Boske, for providing outstanding leadership during the 75th session at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic negatively impacted the work of our organization. Allow me, Mr. President, to congratulate the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, on his election for a second term. My country stands ready to work closely with him and other member states to achieve our shared goal of a better life for all. The 76th session is convening against the backdrop of the persistent COVID-19 pandemic. However, all hope is not lost. Drawing from the collective milestones achieved to date, enhanced multilateralism and a unity of purpose remain critical in mitigating this global health emergency. The hoarding and inequitable distribution with the resultant uneven vaccination patterns across the globe is not acceptable. Vaccine nationalism is self-defeating and contrary to the mantra that no one is safe until everyone is safe. Whether in the global north or south, rich or poor, old or young, all peoples of the world deserve access to vaccines. The pandemic has demonstrated the urgent need to build resilient economies and societies that are able to cope in times of shocks and hazards. The pandemic has necessitated the need for us to build back better and greener, to emerge stronger. The theme for the 76th session, and I quote, building resilience through hope to recover from COVID-19, rebuild sustainably, respond to the needs of the planet, respect the rights of people, and revitalize the United Nations resonates well with the needs of the world at this juncture. Together, we can indeed conquer the challenges facing humanity and realize a sustainable future that leaves no one behind. We must restore dignity and hope, particularly for our women, youth, and the vulnerable, who look to us for inspiration and assurance that their well-being and future remains at the core of all our endeavors. Mr. President, this year's high-level meetings mark important dialogues at the heart of sustainable development in its three dimensions: the Biodiversity Summit and the second Global Sustainable Transport Conference, as well as the Nutrition for Growth Summit, all lined up this year, complement our efforts towards a healthy planet. Green energy is an enabler for building back better and is crucial to the direct achievement of SDGs, while playing a key role in mitigating climate change. The high-level dialogue on energy sets the stage for exploring viable, renewable, and green energy solutions. As we do so, let us link economic growth with the accelerated transition to net zero emission for a climate-resilient future. My country and the parts of Southern African region continue to experience the devastating impacts of climate change, ranging from cyclone-induced floods, recurrent droughts, and shorter rain seasons, hotter summers, and the colder winters. This is in spite of the fact that our continent is the least polluter. COP26 in Glasgow must therefore be about action and the fulfillment of decisions of the past. In addition, concrete financial support is essential to combat climate change beyond mere rhetoric. The 2030 Agenda remains our shared roadmap to achieve the future we all want. For us in Zimbabwe, eradicating poverty and eliminating hunger remains a top priority. Climate change and resultant erratic weather patterns, growing populations, coupled with the effects of the pandemic on food supply chains, demand a shift from our traditional food production, processing, distribution, and consumption patterns. My government has established a firm foundation for sustained food production through the land distribution program, as well as increased support for communal and smallholder farmers. This has led to broader and sustainable incomes for the majority of people living in rural areas, who now contribute to the increased levels of household and national food and nutrition security. The United Nations Food Systems Summit provides a welcome platform for new actions, innovative solutions, and the plans to deliver progress across all of the SDGs and the Paris Agreement. Mr. President, Zimbabwe launched Vision 2030, aimed at improving the lives of our people while sustainably managing the environment and ensuring that no one is left behind. The pursuit of this inclusive and transformative vision has seen the creation of more decent jobs, reduction of inequalities, and access to quality social services. Expanded new economic opportunities for all citizens are yielding positive results across all sectors, of the economy. The multi-pronged reforms we are undertaking have seen us being one of the fastest movers in the World Bank Ease of Doing Business Index. Zimbabwe presented the second voluntary national review during the July 2021 high-level political forum. Remarkable progress has been registered towards universal health coverage and the creation of a competence-based education system which involves innovation for a knowledge-driven economy. Higher agricultural production and productivity through improved land and water utilization, as well as the adoption of climate-smart agriculture, is being promoted. The voluntary national review further highlighted progress made in supporting productive employment, decent work, and the formalization of the informal sector. My administration continues to entrench democracy, constitutionalism, and the rule of law through sound legislation as well as fair and impartial administration of justice.
The UN system and various stakeholders have benefited from. To further guarantee resilience, we call for the concerted and enhanced global efforts towards promoting investments, particularly in local manufacturing capacity and technology transfer on vaccines, related infrastructure, human capital, as well as research and development, R&D. Mr. President, the new administration in Zambia is cognizant that a conducive governance environment is a precursor for the country's political stability, security, economic growth, and sustainable development. It also fosters enhanced transparency, accountability, and consultative dialogue. Very important. With this realization, our administration will work towards strengthening of oversight, governance institutions, and ensure the independence and autonomy of the three arms of government, particularly the legislature and the judiciary. The fight against corruption will be at the center of our transformation agenda, and this shall be expected to be executed with zero tolerance to corruption. Zero tolerance to corruption. We shall also promote free media and an active civil society, as they are critical in upholding checks and balances, human rights, liberties, and freedoms. Mr. President, my government's high priority is to restore macroeconomic stability, attain fiscal and debt sustainability, promote economic growth, enhance economic diversification, and manage the contraction of debt. I am confident that these measures will restore macroeconomic stability and put the country back on economic recovery. To sustain this growth, Zambia will dedicate efforts to guarantee a stable and predictable environment that will attract and protect local, regional, and foreign direct investment, as well as enhance local participation in our economy. Very important. This is a prerequisite for a vibrant private sector-led economy, and thus create jobs and opportunities for all our people. Mr. President, to complement these efforts, Zambia has embarked on an ambitious economic and social transformation